Hephaestus packed his toolbox, saddled his donkey, and headed out. Meanwhile, Ares was watching from a nearby balcony. Once the war god was satisfied that Hephaestus really was leaving for Lemnos, he rushed down to the blacksmith's apartment, where Aphrodite was waiting. "Hey, baby," Ares said. "Miss me?" They retired to the bedroom, but they didn't have time to get very naughty. As soon as they stripped down to their undies and jumped into bed, the trap was sprung. The golden net fell on them and stuck like flypaper. The two gods struggled and shrieked. Seriously, Ares had a higher pitched scream than Aphrodite. But they were plastered to the bed, unable to move or change form. Hephaestus, who had doubled back, burst into the bedroom with an axe in his hands. "Daddy's home!" he snarled. He contemplated getting all Kronos on them and turning the bedroom into a horror movie scene, but he decided against it. To Hephaestus's mind, there was nothing more shocking and embarrassing than leaving the lovers as they were, trapped in the act of cheating. Aphrodite, with her makeup smeared and her hair messed up, her limbs flattened awkwardly against the bed like she'd hit a car windshield. Screaming and whimpering next to her, Ares was nothing but a pair of red socks and his G.I. Joe boxer shorts. Hephaestus marched into the Olympian throne room, where the gods were assembling for lunch. "Don't eat yet," he told everyone. "I have something to show you, and it'll probably make you hurl." Intrigued, the gods followed him back to the bedroom, where they stared at the new piece of performance art that Hephaestus had created. "You see?" Hephaestus demanded. "This is what I get for trying to be a good husband. The moment I'm gone, these two start with their hanky-panky. My own wife hates me because I'm crippled and ugly, so she sneaks around behind my back with this fool. It makes me sick. It makes me want to throw up. Isn't this the most disgusting thing you've ever seen?" The other gods were silent. Hermes started trembling, trying to keep it together. Zeus said to himself, "I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to laugh." Then he caught Demeter's eye, and it was all over. He doubled over, cluttering so hard that he thought his ribs would break. All the other gods joined in. "G.I. Joe boxers!" Apollo screamed. "Oh, I can't even!" "Aphrodite!" Athena giggled. "You look simply lovely!" The gods could not stop laughing. Soon they were rolling on the floor, wiping tears from their eyes, taking photos with their iPhones and posting it on Tumblr. At first, Hephaestus was furious. He wanted to yell at them to take it seriously. He was in pain. He was humiliated. Then he took a deep breath and realized, no, Aphrodite and Ares were humiliated. The other gods would be telling this tale for centuries. Every time the two lovers walked into the throne room, the Olympians would smirk and try not to laugh, remembering Aphrodite's messed up hair and Ares' stupid boxers and red socks. Every time people told embarrassing stories at family get-togethers, this would be embarrassing story number 1. After a long time, the gods managed to collect themselves. "Oh, okay," Poseidon said, wiping his eyes. "That was hilarious, but you should let them go now, Hephaestus." "No," Hephaestus grumbled. "Why not leave them here on permanent display?" Zeus cleared his throat. "Hephaestus, I thought we decided not to tie each other up anymore. You had your revenge, now release them." Hephaestus glared at his father. "All right, Aphrodite can go. As soon as you repay all the gifts I made for her dowry. I don't want her in my apartment anymore. I don't want her in my life. She's not worthy of being my wife." Zeus turned pale. Back in those days, if you wanted to marry a woman, you had to give her family a bunch of presents called a dowry. Since Aphrodite didn't technically have a dad, Zeus had given her away, which meant he got all the cool Hephaestus-made swag. If Hephaestus demanded the dowry back, that meant the marriage was over. It also meant Zeus would have to give back the bronze toaster, the set of golf clubs, the plasma screen TV, and a bunch of other fun toys.